Hello my friends and welcome back! You are watching TTBurger Remastered Game Reviews Episode 1 here on YouTube with me, Tony. You know, that PlayStation gamer guy, and we're back with Episode 1, Part 5 of 6 of my Ace Combat series review, Remastered! We have a lot to talk about here for Part 5, but those of you who probably missed what happened in Episode 1 of my Remastered review, Part 4 of 6. Part 4 of 6. Sorry, I got a little tomatoes there. I got you covered here with a TTBurger recap. This is to show you all what you missed in the last part. And I took a look at Ace Combat 4 for the PlayStation 2, Shattered Skies, Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies, and gave it a perfect 10 out of 10 because the game was perfect in every way possible. Sure, it was a little short and stuff like that, but still, fucking awesome game that screams PERFECT! Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. I already did that twice, so in the last video, I'm not gonna do that again. So it screams perfect. Now we're gonna zoom ahead to the year 2004. It was actually 4 days after my 16th birthday. This game was released here in North America, and I was amazed I was happy that they got a new game out because this was like around the time when Mortal Kombat Deception came out and all that stuff. And gotta look at it right here. We have Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War, released on October 25th, 2004, exclusively to the PlayStation 2, and later for the PlayStation 4 remastered stuff. But we're looking at the PlayStation 2 version because that's the only version I have. Let's get started here. Now, Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War, comes very, very close to being as good as Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies. It's not perfect this time, but it comes very close. It has the same gameplay elements and the fun factor from Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies, plus more, but there are a couple of minor annoyances that do prevent Ace Combat 5 The Unsung War becoming as perfect as Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies, but we're going to talk about that later. Let's get started here. This time for Ace Combat 5, we have a much deeper storyline, and the storyline is actually probably one of the deepest storylines of Ace Combat in general. The game starts out with this photographer guy. I forget his name. His name's like Albert something. I forget his name. It kind of crossed my mind. He is like a narrator slash photographer for journalists covering the war, and he narrates how 15 years ago there was a war that broke out in the country of Balka between the nations of Yuktobania and Osea. This was 15 years ago in 1995. And then, in the year 2010, once again, in Strange Reel, this adventure takes place in Strange Reel, the war began once again. You play as Blaze, also known as Kid, who's a trainee pilot from Sandown, who's assigned to captain after his captain Bartlett was shot down and is MIA, missing in action. You are now the captain of War Dog Squadron as Blaze, along with Nagase, who is Edge, and Chopper, and Grim, and you pretty much have, you guys are War Dog Squadron of Osea, and your goal is to take down the Yuktobanian forces troops and uncover the truth about the war. It's a great story. There's more that happens in it, but I don't want to spoil what happens because I don't want to tell you the story without you guys playing the game. And it's a great story. It's probably the best storyline in the Ace Combat franchise. And yes, I know I said Ace Combat 4 was perfect and stuff that never means, but doesn't mean there's always room for improvement here. The game is perfect and stuff. So this game has a better storyline. The story is mostly told through pre-rendered cutscenes, which look fantastic and still look great. They're animated really well and they look great. Even the in-game cutscenes look great, but mostly told through pre-rendered cutscenes and look fantastic. For the presentation, the game is pretty much on par with the graphics of Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies. You have great aircraft models and backgrounds, and the aircraft models may have different colors and stuff, but they still look fantastic and the anime made just as well as they did in Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies. The backgrounds of the same song and dance as before, they look great, while some of the buildings and everything may look a little low-gen, so the explosions can just look not as good and stuff like that, but still, it's just a minor thing when it comes to the graphics, is what I'm trying to say, and the graphics still look great. And the pre-rendered cutscenes are the best part, and they look great and animate really well, and there's a ton of them there too. And also, no frame rate issues once again. No frame rate issues, which is awesome, because the last game didn't have frame rate issues, and it's good that this one does not have frame rate issues either. For sound we got to talk about here. We have great sound for the most part. We have awesome music. Once again, we had some orchestral tracks that work well. The voice acting is not the best, but I'll talk about it in a little bit, but these orchestral tracks sound great, and they got some rock tunes as well. And you want to know what's also kick-ass? they got the song Blurry by Puddle of Mud in this game that serves as the theme song. Unfortunately, I can't show the cutscenes that have the song in it because of copyright. But I'll tell you right now, when I heard the song Blurry by Puddle of Mud in this game, I was like shocked. I was like, holy shit! Puddle of Mud's Blurry is in this game, and that was one of my favorite songs of the year 2002. And it was awesome to have it in this game. You only hear a part of the song throughout the credits and some of the cutscenes and in like the little trailer they have at the beginning. But to have that song in this game, fucking amazing, Namco. Love it. The voice acting though is not the best. This time they give you the option to choose between the English audio or the Japanese audio. Me being the guy who likes Japan stuff would usually put it in Japanese. But for this game though, that's not the case here at all because surprisingly, the English audio is better than the Japanese. The thing is, both of them are not that good, but just that the English is slightly better. Like I just don't really care for the Japanese audio, and the English is kind of a mixed bag. Like some of them sound hokey and phoned in, while the other lines of dialogue for like Albert and like Nagase and Captain Burnham sound good. Just like it's a mixed bag to say the least. Also, the lip syncing matches up to the English dialogue, English audio, so I kept it in English. I know. It's weird. I know it's weird that Tony, aka TTBurger, would do that, but this is one of the cases there. But that's what I can say about the sound. For gameplay gotta say this: fucking awesome and fun, but not perfect though. Like there are a couple complaints I have with it, but it's fucking awesome and fun, but not perfect. I'm sorry, not perfect. But we'll talk here. You pick it, like in the previous Ace Combat games, you pick an aircraft and you complete the objectives to shoot down the bad guys or more and more. This time they give you some new features to play around with in Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War. Like where you pick an aircraft for yourself, you also choose your squad mate-based aircrafts too. Where you can like choose whatever aircraft you want as long as you have enough of the aircraft. Like you have to buy like four F4s or F5s to use for your squad mates, and depending on which aircraft you choose depends on how the mission goes. Like you want the aircraft that has the best air-to-air combat and the best air-to-ground combat, because if it's not, they'll kind of rag on you and say you can't do this, you must choose different aircraft. So you sure you want to launch there? So that's a cool feature to have because it requires you to think on how the best way for the mission is here and stuff. And you got tons and tons of aircrafts here. Like tons of them, probably the most ever in an Ace Combat game, from what I know. You got the F4, the F5, the A10, the TND F2. You got the MiG MiGs and stuff like that. And plus some upgraded versions too. If you destroy a certain amount of enemies, you get the upgraded versions of certain aircraft as well. And lots of designs for them, like lots of color designs for them. When you unlock the newer upgraded versions of each aircraft. Fucking adds the replay value there. Another new feature they add here for Ace Combat 5 to Unsung War is you can give orders to your squad mates by pressing any button on the directional pad to attack, cover, disperse, or so, and more. And you have a total of 27 missions or so in this game, plus the arcade mode as well. Now, I said there's only 27 missions. Here is the thing. Certain missions, like Mission 11 and 12 and so, there'll be like Mission 11A and Mission 11B, depending on how, if you said yes or no when you responded to orders like that. It varies on if you chose yes or no, and that is cool there because it adds more to the replay value. There is no multiplayer in this game due to the network not having time to put it in the game, but I wasn't really big into the multiplayer of Ace Combat anyway, so it's not really that big of an issue. The arcade mode is fun. It just has that simple arcade aircraft playing field to it, so definitely check them in the campaign, and the arcade mode is the best. It's a fun and challenging game for sure, and lots of fun, lots of fucking awesome replay value to it. But now I gotta get to the bads, and there are a couple bads here, but it's not very many. But I'll say this: first off, the difficulty can be a little on the tough side at times, where the opponent AI and enemy AI so that can be a little overly difficult, and some of the missions can be a little intense there and stuff if you're not the best at it and stuff. And you don't get the option to leave the mission to restock on ammo or so if you're low on ammo. So once you run out or so, you are fucked throughout the rest of the mission. But thankfully, your machine gun has unlimited ammo though, so that's good there. But just that, like, it would have been nice to have the feature. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War. It comes very, very close to being as perfect as Ace Combat 4, Shattered Skies. But there are a couple complaints I have with it, though, that to prevent it from getting a perfect 10, so I'm just gonna say that there. But I still recommend this game. If you liked Ace Combat 4, Shattered Skies, Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War will not disappoint at all. So my final thoughts here, pick it up. Due to the complaints I have with Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War, like with the difficulty and the voice acting and like not being able the option to leave, to leave the restock on ammo and stuff like that, it won't be getting a perfect 10, but I'll be giving it a 9 out of 10 because it's the best score to give it and still a fun game to play for sure. And that's it for episode 1 of my Ace Combat Remastered series review, part 5 of 6. Stay tuned to the grand finale. We're going to take a look at a prequel called Ace Combat 0: The Belkin War that was released a year later. And how does this game fare? Well, find out next, because for a prequel stuff actually released in 2006, I meant to say, released in 2006, so you'll have to find out how this game is. Does it fare better than Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies and Ace Combat 5 The Unsung War? Find out next, which is all I gotta say. Now you know what to do here. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below, and join my Discord group, TTBurger Remastered, because the link's in the description below. It's a permanent, they'll not wait 24 hours, so click on it if you're interested in joining. Which all I gotta say, this is Tony, peace out, have a great day, and stay tuned for the final part of my Ace Combat Remastered series review. Take care, everybody.